Very Jolly Tally, and she plays like classic music. So we grew up like she's got a cello. So we grew up listening to like Les Mis and watching all the Disney films, and like at Christmas we'd all be round a piano singing 4-part harmonies. Me and my sisters like to Les Mis, like we're those people like pretending to be posh. But then my dad, like I listened to the tapes of him and his old band in my cars because he was an old rocker. Nice. He's like beard and sandals. He's very cool. So I remember distinctly the first song I listened to that really got me engaged and made me pick up a guitar, and it was Frank Turner's I Still Believe. You down with it?
Frank Turner, yeah.
Oh, it just lit my little soul on fire. And then my dad took me to my first gig, and it's a bit of nice traffic background for the podcast. And that's where we zoomed away. No, and then okay, so Frank Turner's I Still Believe. He took me to go and see them, and we had sitting seats, and I was like 13, 14 in my little goth outfit. Big mesh skirt. I remember I was very proud, and I remember just he was like, I can see you just egging to be down there dancing, aren't you? And then from about 14, 15 we used to like actually go and dance and go to festivals and everything. It was amazing.
Great stuff. Do you get to many festivals?
Not at the minute with the foot, but usually me and my dad do Why Not, and then my boyfriend's parents have just gone to, I think, keep it in, it's musical masterpiece. They've just gone to Latitude. Have you ever heard of Latitude Festival?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds amazing, so I'm desperate to get to that one next year because it's got loads of music on, but also like poets and literature, and it's all very artsy. And
nice. That's what I like about festivals. It's you've got a little bit of everything. Yeah. You know, I generally don't go to the main stage shenanigans. I always stick to like the up close and personal stuff, like the smaller tents and stuff like spoken word and everything like that.
That's kind of good though. But like if you've got, Faithless Beck Radiohead on the main stage, which I saw at V, I'm not leaving.
Well, yeah. It depends who it is and if I've ever seen them or not.
That's why I love Why Not, because we walked in on Bang Bang Romeo, who are a Doncaster band who I got to play with. That was probably the last big gig I did post-COVID at the Imperial.
And they were just Bang Bang Romeo.
Oh yeah, go follow them. They were just awesome. But we walked in on them Why Not, and we're like, wow, this is cool. And then we discovered like Goat Girl, with this tiny little all-female band. I've fallen in love with the lead singer. It turned something in me. She's amazing. And we've got a song written about them that we're going to release. Yeah, I tell him all the time. Plotty Cream is her stage name. She's amazing. But we've written a song and then recorded it, and that's going to be our release after the next one. So festivals are the best way to get into new stuff, I think.
I think I've heard of Goat Girl. I don't know why. Someone mentioned them to me, and I don't remember who it was. And I was like, Goat Girl? And they're like, yeah. I was like, I didn't go. So that's the second person I've heard mention them, so I'll have to check them out. Shout out to Goat Girl. We will, yeah, for sure.
So other than that, have you got any other influences? Who's your biggest influences?
Ooh, I'd still say starting off with Frank Turner. He's my main listener. I think he's like folk pop punk, isn't he? And I really
punky about him. Yeah, I love Frank Turner.
He's awesome. Really, he's awesome. Really he's got a bit more of a varied taste nowadays in the stuff he's releasing. But the attitude he has at his festivals. At his concerts, and when he plays at festivals and things, are just awesome. It's very much sort of peace and love as well as punk and rock and roll and down with the patriarchy and the man and socialism, literally. So he did a wall of hugs instead of a wall of death, and I got to hug an old lady at one festival. So nice. He's like, if everyone, so somebody falls up, you pick them up. Because I love a bit of Catfish in the Bottom and those other sort of more generic. Like pop punk folk artists that are coming out, but I went to one of their gigs and there were people getting trampled left, right and centre. I was like, come on guys, like speak to them. So I think him like Beans on Toast. You want to do a bit of Beans on Toast?
I've never heard of him.
I've never heard anything by them.
You guys are so cool, so you'll definitely love the guy. I first saw him at Leeds Fest and he came on stage with a bottle of whiskey. He is great. He
just one guy on his own?
Just one guy. Sometimes he'll have like bands and stuff with him, but he started out just one guy singing about MDMA originally, and since then he sort of changed his philosophy and sings more about sort of love and peace and art and friendship and stuff. But started out singing about drugs, and he is just again very same sort of ethos, like sort of peace and love and pick people up and very much connection, and he'll like come and stand in the crowd at the end of his gig and say hello to everybody, and
that's what you like about it.
We like a bit of because I guess we're kind of rooted a little bit in kind of folky punk, but mainly because of the acoustic guitars.
What did Sid want? Rambunctious rock, he said we were.
Rambunctious rock?
Because whenever anybody says, what style are you? You know, it was just like, no idea. But now we're rambunctious rock.
Can you confidently say rambunctious rock every time someone asks? No.
Depends how many beers he's had.
Well, yeah, which isn't very often, by the way.
Ramchuncture, no, I love that. That kind of rocky, folky punk scene. It's really good because it's got that element of punk without the kind of loudness of punk that you used to from the 80s punk, and that it's still raw, but it hasn't got that overbearing noise that some punk can tend to have. But I love that stuff, so people don't like. But the kind of folk punk, because of the acoustic guitars, it has that kind of more melodic tone, but it's still lyrically and the way the songs are put together are very punk, and I love that and dig that massively. So.
I totally agree. I feel like it's a little bit more accessible to me. Like if you looked at my Spotify like songs, it'd go from oh god, what are they called? Like Nothing But Thieves, and there's another really punky guy who does loads of rapping, like Eminem.
Oh, that's awesome.
My little bee.
That's
comes
fabulous.
out whenever I shave the head. I got one of the ta-ta.